to pack for a conference that I need to go to around 6 p.m. today. The conference that I'm going to is actually the Google's Developer I/O conference. It will be my first time attending. I'm very excited and I'm very fortunate that I get to attend through a ticket sponsored by the Tech Equity Collective, or TEC. I will link more information about that organization and their mission in my description in case you're curious or want to get tapped into their network. It is a 2 full-day conference, but it's Monday through Wednesday. There's a kickoff, like welcome reception this evening, like a dinner that I'm going to be going to. For reference, I live in the Bay Area already. I'm already local where the conference is going to be held. But they did provide a hotel that's like much closer to the office than where I live. So I need to check into that hotel tonight and pack and all those things. So I am gonna still be in town. I don't have to travel really for this trip, but I do want the full experience, and so I'm gonna go to the hotel and basically be away from home for a couple of days. So it should be exciting. I'm gonna take y'all with me. Hello from my hotel room. Oh my gosh, today was so chaotic. I feel really bad that I didn't actually vlog, so I'm gonna catch all up on how my day went. Just finished packing, called an Uber, pulled up to the hotel, and we had an event that started at 6. I got to the hotel at like 6:30, so I had no time to even really get packed. I just immediately went to go check in, pick up my badge downstairs, and then I went to the welcome reception. The welcome reception was really nice. It was filled with people, and I found myself feeling a little bit socially anxious, as I do. I'm an introvert, so these events are always interesting for me. I think I'm the specific type of introvert that really like blossoms and warms up to people pretty easily, but it's just that initial like barrier that I struggle with. So like once I'm engaged in a conversation, I'm good. I love talking to people, but it's just, I do find it draining, and I do find that first step of like, hi, I'm this, that is just like, oh, so painful to me. So I was at the welcome reception event for probably less than 20 minutes.
It's our team that drives our community programs, our platform for developers, and just making sure that
1% getting funded, which means there's not a lot.
They had some amazing appetizers and like Italian-based dishes. I got a mango mocktail, which was like so good. And then I immediately came back and did what I always do when I'm overwhelmed. I called my fiance. Now that I actually have time, I'm going to unpack, get comfortable, probably take a shower, get out of my clothes, and just spend the rest of the evening unwinding and bracing ourselves for a full day of chatter and busyness tomorrow. This is actually the free swag that I received from Google. Look how cute. I really want to know who this guy is. Swag includes a water bottle and a sweatshirt and a t-shirt. I got an extra large because I like to be super, super comfy. And then here's my conference badge. That's me, guys. Officially day 1. I'm gonna do some light makeup while I talk to you about what the schedule looks like for today and what I am most looking forward to. So since it's day 1, we're starting off with like the Google keynote and the Google developer keynote, which are at 10 a.m. It's currently like 8:20 a.m. And my goal is to leave the hotel in the next maybe 15 minutes. And then after the keynotes, they have a break for lunch, and the organization that sponsored my ticket is actually hosting a specific lunch, so I'm gonna go to that. And then in the afternoon, we have some kind of breakout sessions based on your interest. They have sessions that are based on mobile development, AI, cloud development, and web development. I'm a UI engineer, so I'm gonna join the web development sessions. And yeah, I'm very excited to see if there's like something new that I can apply to my job or just my everyday kind of knowledge. Like, I feel like it's always great learning new things, and I think I have that mindset of kind of the student energy where I really love to learn new things that make my life easier. And I think it'll be an even better bonus if I'm able to bring some of the new things I learned back to my team and maybe even do a share out on them. So yeah, we shall see how things go. I'll definitely do a little recap / debrief at the end of the day and let y'all know like what my experience was like. But let's go through what the web sessions are today. So from 3:30 to 4:30 there's a session called What's New in the Web, and the description is learn about new browser features and how Baseline helps make understanding browser support easier. Then there's one at 4:30 to 5:30, which is the state of CSS and Web UI. Learn about what's new in CSS and Web UI, the latest in interactions, native components, and architectural updates. I have some interesting ones about like Google Cloud and Google Workspace, which I'm kind of interested in. They have one, build a 2D physics game with Flutter and FLYIN, that I kind of want to attend. I've always wanted to learn more about Flutter. Use Gemini to build a web application from scratch on Google Cloud. I might join that one too. And then there's also a block party from 5:30 to 7:30 with like street food, beverages, music, games, and a few surprises. I expect that my social battery will be dead by 5:30, so I'll probably just come back to the hotel and maybe like catch up on some work. It should be really fun. I'm excited to take y'all with me. I'm gonna be bringing my mini pocket camera and trying to capture as much as I possibly can without making myself look and feel awkward. All right, I'm about to head out for day one. This is like how my hair turned out and final state of my makeup. I'll show you guys my outfit, although it is nothing special. Here we go. I'm just wearing a cardigan, black dress, and I'm gonna put on my tennis shoes because I know I'm gonna be walking quite a bit. Alrighty, I'm excited. Let's go.
Identifying relevant emails, even analyzing attachments like PDFs, and you get a summary of the key points and action items. So helpful. Maybe you were traveling this week and you couldn't make the PTA meeting. The recording of the meeting is an hour long. If it's from Google Meet, you can ask Gemini to give you the highlights.
All right, so let me just copy that to my clipboard. Now to my file. Close this. Let's open up the preview here.
You've created millions of helpful apps with Firebase, Google Cloud, and
I gotta match the fighters to the flame. The feelings got a taste. I got the days fall straight, fall away small. The ways started.
Hi, I am checking in from the end of day one of Google I/O, and guys, I really had an amazing day. I feel like I had a great experience. I learned so much. I had a lot of moments of serendipity, running into people, and overall it was just like I couldn't have imagined the day going any better. I'm gonna give you all a quick recap of how today went while I take off my makeup. There's still barely any on at this point, but yeah, I'm gonna at least take this off and get ready for bed. Day one started out with the Google keynote where they went over a lot of the upcoming releases and new features available, particularly around Gemini, which is their generative AI tool. I found that to be really interesting. I will say, I feel like the Google keynote could have been significantly shorter. It was like a 2-hour, maybe 2.5-hour session. And I found it to be kind of information overload. And towards the end of it, I was kind of zoning out and just scrolling on my phone. That would be my only piece of feedback. After the Google keynote, we broke for lunch. The lunch options were really interesting. They were like sandwiches and salads, and they had a bunch of like snacks, beverages, sweet treats stationed at various places around the amphitheater, which is pretty cool. I ended up grabbing a sandwich that I ultimately did not like. And after that, we went back to the amphitheater for the developer keynote, which was similar to the Google keynote, except it was specifically tailored to like developer tooling. So they went over some updates to like Chrome Dev Tools, and other things like that. I actually learned like a good amount from that. I found it really interesting. After that, we broke for breakout sessions and workshops. I attended the What's New in the Web workshop. Breakout session, What's New in the Web breakout session. And then I attended the how to quickly spin up a web application using Gemini and Google Cloud Run. That one was pretty cool. For this workshop, it did require a laptop and I didn't remember to bring mine, so I kind of followed along with someone who I ran into. After that, there was a block party, which was basically there's little food stations, music, drinks, activities, and I left shortly after that because by then my social battery had died and I wanted to get home. I did experience 2 really serendipitous moments today when I ran into someone who I knew through my G-Code community, and it's so funny because I was just walking into the Google keynote and I saw a beautiful person with long luscious locks, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love your locks. And then I'm like squinting, I'm like, you look familiar, are you Naya? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm Ebony from G-Code. And so we ended up sitting through the Google keynote together and we took a picture, and that was just like really, really cool because G-Code is a community that is very close to my heart, but I mostly know them online. Like I haven't really met many of them in person, so getting to see her in person was amazing. Second serendipitous moment was actually when, this was toward the end of the day, I ran into an old colleague, like someone who I went to school with, undergrad with, who I have not seen in 6 years, but I've been like quietly rooting for her because she's been on a similar journey of like pivoting into tech. She's now in like data science, data analysis, and obviously I'm in software engineering, so that was really amazing. And like her energy was just so positive and welcoming and made me feel almost as if no time had passed, like we were just catching up. I was telling her about how I'm engaged now, and it was, I don't know, it was just an amazing experience and it was really affirming. I changed my camera battery, so apologies if the angle is not how it was before, but let's continue with the story. After the block party, I ended up taking the shuttle back to the hotel where I relaxed for a bit for about an hour. And yeah, now my priorities are cleaning my face. I need to catch up on a little bit of work because tomorrow I'm actually working and attending the conference, so it'll be interesting trying to juggle all of that. That's my plan for the rest of the night. That's my plan for tomorrow, and I'm excited to take y'all with me. And yeah, I'm just really happy. I'm in really good spirits and I'm feeling really affirmed and energized and reminded that like, yeah, I actually really love learning and I really like my job. Like I really like what I do. I really like learning from other people too. So feeling good. Let's get ready for bed, and tomorrow we go again. Morning. It's 10 a.m. and I'm still at my hotel room. It's 10 a.m. and I'm still in my hotel room. I actually just woke up and got myself out of bed. I was up until 3 a.m. last night I was going down a rabbit hole of live reaction videos to Kendrick Lamar and all of the diss tracks he's dropped lately. And I was just having so much fun. Probably not the best decision because I missed the shuttles this morning. I have no way to get to Google's campus. I'm also working today and I have my first meeting in 2 minutes and people are pinging me and I have stuff to do and it's gonna be chaotic, but I think we'll figure it out. I feel bad that I'm missing the first couple of sessions, but I'll join in time for lunch and I'll take you guys with me for the last day and everything will be fine.